we are jumping into the consumer tech segments. Today we are going to be looking at cutting-edge apps that help in improving and empowering women's health. Well, from your menstrual flows to women's health in general, we are going to be checking out those apps. And joining us, with her own expert view is Miriam Wame, co-founder and product lead of Binyo. Good morning, Miriam.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
It's an all women's affair here.
It is.
It's never been like this before.
I'm happy to be here.
That I've experienced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
So how's everything?
I'm good.
All right. So we're going to be talking about apps that help in improving and empowering women's health. Can you share your view on that?
Okay, I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Miriam Wami, as I rightly said. I'm passionate about developing apps or technologies around women's health, women products. So the product that I developed, called Binyo, is one which empowers women around their sexual and reproductive health. Mm-hmm. So we create content around sexual and reproductive health, menstrual cycle, breast cancer, and all of that. So talking about apps that work towards developing
or improving women's health.
Improving women's health, thank you. We have several ones, and Binyo is one of it. We have other apps like Clue, which have greatly improved, helped women to track their menstrual cycle. For example, at first, women never had the idea of, okay, I needed to know when I'm ovulating or when my cycle is coming up next. But with the help of technology, we're able to produce apps that could help with prediction, will help you to know, okay, now it's my safe period, now it's my unsafe period. And we have other aspects of technologies relating to women's health. Women are so interested in fitness. Mm-hmm. Weight management. Mm-hmm. So several apps of this. There's an app I use called Fasting, which helps me with my intermittent fasting. Yeah, I use it to regulate my diet. There's another one for breast cancer, which gives me like daily reminders of, hey, did you check your breast today? How do you feel? And all of that. So with technology, it's able to shift women's focus, into prioritizing their health. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're in 2023. What are some of the top health concerns, when it comes to women especially, that people are searching for when they go on the internet, online? What are some of the things that people are looking out for?
Some of the things women are looking for, I would say top would be fertility.
Fertility.
Yes. I don't know if you have at one point in your life tried to, hey, what are the symptoms if I'm fertile or infertile, hormonal imbalance. These are issues that affect women a lot. So there's fertility, there's pregnancy. I know it might be weird because a lot of women don't know if when they are pregnant or when they are not pregnant. So if they are not tracking their cycle and all of that, they might be afraid, hey, am I pregnant? Okay, signs and symptoms of pregnancy and all of that. So technology helps us too in this direction. When we create apps, okay, hey, now is your safe period. You can freely do whatever you want to do and not be scared of the outcome of it. So we have fertility, pregnancy, mental health. Yes, women also look about that, depression, especially women who have given birth, postpartum depression and all of that. Yeah, I think those are top researches women are looking for.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So before you went into creating apps for women, was there any concern that actually pushed you to say, okay, let me do this because I feel like there's a gap that needs to be filled?
Yeah. So that was because I had a personal challenge with my health. At some point, I had an issue and I didn't know who to talk to. I was scared of talking to anyone.
Why?
In Africa, there are certain stigmatizations.
It's like going to have an HIV test, isn't it?
Yeah, that kind of thing. It wasn't HIV. It wasn't even HIV. So I needed to talk to somebody, but I wasn't sure. So I looked for a mobile app that could help me, and I didn't find one. And I was like, hey, I think, other people are facing these same challenges. Why don't I create something? And getting that community support. So one of the services we provide is we're building a community where other women could freely express themselves. So I was like, hey, we need a community for people to ask questions if they're having these challenges. So that was what pushed me in this direction.
Was it that you weren't finding any apps or any solutions at all?
I was
or
not.
you weren't finding any that were relevant to you as an African woman?
Yes, I wasn't comfortable with the solutions I found because most of them were for the Western women. I know it wasn't tailored to me. You know, it wasn't tailored to my problems. It wasn't giving me the answers that I wanted. I was like, hey, then I should create one for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, you talked about Flow, the app Flow. Flow has become very popular. I use Flow, and if you use Flow Premium, you would also enjoy the whole community thing. You know, and people asking questions. So I have 2 questions about that. So all those questions, are they real people? One, because it could be both.
Right.
So
That's true.
are they real? Are those real people? Or they are bots to make us, join?
Yeah.
That's one question. And number 2, I've never really seen any app about menopause.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So when I have thought the same thing about Flow, because when I go there, I see 15,000 comments on a post, and I'm like, do women sit on this app like every minute? I really doubt that's happening. I don't know. But for me, the differentiator would be the tailoring. How are we tailoring? Flow, for example, if you get to Flow, you need to speak to an expert. You can't find an expert in Africa, right?
Yeah, because Flow says if you continue, especially if you use Premium, you can speak to a real person.
Yeah. So that's why we are bringing in Binyo, where we could let experts chat with customers who can relate with the issues that they have, and not people, we hear people they see abroad, and it's costly too. You know, it's costly, but our health service providers are a little bit cheaper, so women can be able to afford it.
Okay. All right, so talking about, people speaking to experts here. How do you work together with experts? Do experts actually want to collect money from you and stuff like that? No, it's a very important question. So
that is an
so we know that if I'm going to use your app and I'm talking to this person is not angry and
that is an important question.
Well, that's a strong business case which we're still working on. You know, I mean, nobody wants to do anything for free. It's all work, and everyone wants to do what would benefit them at some point. But we have people who are willing to volunteer. I mean, they are interested in helping women out there. We have people who say, hey, I will just do this for you. People who cannot pay or be willing to offer services for free. But it depends to a certain extent. I mean, if you need to go to the hospital, that cannot be free. You have to pay for your medications. All
right.
Do you think that technology is changing the face of how women access healthcare?
Yes, very much. I would say technology has made it easier for women to have access to healthcare. Let me say, for example, currently I'm sick, and I would not want to go and stand in a queue in the hospital. I'd rather just call a doctor from my phone and have a virtual consultation. Maybe it's not an emergency case, so the doctor does his diagnosis, he could give me prescriptions, and it saves me time. I could do this from the comfort of my home or from the office. And I have, I've benefited from the time. I know it's convenient, it's accessible. You know, technology actually has solved this for us.
Right. So talking about access, there are different level of tech savviness, and there are different women, who with these levels. There are people out there that want to access this, but maybe they are not as tech savvy as Apioko and I. Have you guys ever thought of saying, okay, let's make it user friendly. Let's make it user friendly, maybe with language. It could speak Tree. It could speak Elwe.
Or you could do USSD for those who don't have internet penetration.
Right.
Yes.
That kind of thing.
So has that ever come to your mind that maybe, okay, let's try to even bring it to the level of even the market women, but because they need it?
Yes, they do. We actually have that infrastructure we're setting up, which is still in line. We're thinking of how we can reach out to young girls and women in rural areas who don't have access to smartphones. They don't have access to internet, so they will need to speak to an expert, a health expert. So we're providing USSD, and with that USSD, or they could call or do voice recognition. You could call and get prescriptions on what you're to do, how to do your diagnosis yourself, and if it's an emergency, then you reach out to a doctor. But sorry, excuse me, the second one you said.
Yes, so
The language?
The language, yes. Localizing our content, yes, that's a very big, that's a major project we're working on. But we're still working to collaborate with translators, because, we have 3, and we're not looking at just Ghana, we're looking at other countries, Nigeria, Cameroon, So we're looking at working with collaborators who could localize our languages, provide this content for us.
Oh, that's brilliant. Are there other women developers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
And African apps that
I'm
for
very
women
excited
too.
because, coming here today, we were expecting you to come and talk about the foreign apps,
No.
But it's amazing to see that you yourself are a developer.
Yes.
Now, women developers developing apps for women's health. It's exciting.
Yeah, I think we need to do our own stuff. The challenges we have in Africa are not the same challenges they have abroad. We need to develop our own stuff. We need to create content that is tailored to people here, that will solve their problems. When you're going out for research, it's not the same research the people abroad have done, So, and we're talking of standards of living, their financial capabilities, can they afford these services? So we have to do it in a way that people will be able to adopt this product and it will not strain them. Yes, because health adoption is actually an issue in Africa because of their financial difficulties.
But okay. So what trends do you foresee when it comes to women's health and technology?
Trends, I see that in the nearest future, there are going to be a lot of female apps related around African women. If you go, I think on Play Store, you Google, most of the apps right now are period trackers. A lot of people are saying that, we need period trackers. There are lots of them, but they are not expanding their views. So if the latest trends are going to be there, creating content around women's health. For example, I don't know if you have heard of any white woman with fibroids, because I haven't.
No, and it has been proven,
Yes.
we've even spoken about it here on this show, on our health segment, that a lot of fibroids affects black women.
Black women as well,
yeah. So those are the trends that will come up. Hey, why do you think black women are having fibroids and all of that? So asking deeper questions and understanding the need to take care of ourselves as black women.
Right. All right. So before we let you go, can you just remind us some of those apps again? So in case anybody is out there that wants to, just download it at once.
Yes.
So just give us a few. Let them just download, and then it can help them.
Okay.
Maybe with your own first, obviously.
I'm going to start it myself.
You can start with the rest.
Myself. Okay. So I want everybody to download Binyo app. It's on Play Store and on App Store. Binyo app is an app tailored for African women, which provides sexual and reproductive health for African women. And we have a period tracker which women can be able to, track their periods, get predictions of upcoming menstruation, their safe and unsafe periods and all. And then for the content, we are creating content that is tailored to African women. As we have spoken about fibroids, everything centered around an African woman, creating content on that. And we have a community where women could freely express themselves, share your experiences with each other. You're not alone in whatever situation you're going through. And then, in the pipeline, we're looking at localizing our content and all of that. So please download Binyo app and let us share your reviews with us on Play Store and on iOS. And other apps you're talking about, there is Flow, but Flow is not really in line with, African tailored content.
It's just for women.
It's just for women.
It's just for women all over the world.
Yes, generally. There's also Clue. Clue is a great app. I've used Clue. Yes, Clue.
And then CLUE.
CLUE. Yes, I'd use Clue. And there's Period Tracker. Top of my head, those are the apps that I have in mind.
For fitness, fasting?
For fitness, oh my God, there's this app I use. I love the app. So you see why we need technology, because I don't need to go and pay for the gym. I work out from home. I work out from home. There's this app called Fit It. I use Fit It and Fitness. It's called Fitness too. So for intermittent fasting, I use Fastic. It's a great app. It helps with my weight loss, tracks my water intake, tracks my calorie intake and all. Yeah. And
Those are some that you can
Yeah.
share. All right.
Is he able to track? Okay, I ate one bowl of fufu today. This is how many
Ah,
So
you
those
see,
are
you
some of
see?
the
Yes,
sounds
You
we
see?
get.
These are some of the things we need to be looking at.
Because we can't calculate how much calories are
have
in
it
a bowl
fufu.
of banku. Yes. You know, these are some of the challenges.
But they can
that we have.
actually do that
Yeah.
with, say, oh, this is how much you're going to get in a bowl of cornflakes.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
A bowl of mashed
Yeah.
potatoes.
500 grams of fish.
Yes.
You know, of grouper fish. You know, you have all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, well, congratulations and more grease to
you.
your elbows. And I'm
Thank
sure if there are people watching and this should, help in some way. And if you're a developer, and I think you should start thinking African women,
Yeah.
not just women everywhere is important, but we need stuff that we can actually relate
with,
to.
yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking to Miriam Wame, co-founder and product lead at Binyo, and we've been talking about apps that can help improve and empower women's health.